I'm an extrovert, right? Like going out, spending time in group settings. In fact, I thrive in it. Very expressive in nature. Some people would rather just stay at home. So this list is for you. 5 animals good for the introverts. Let's get it. Coming in strong at number 5, we got dart frogs, right? Now put these guys on the list for a couple of reasons. Not only are they absolutely adorable, coming in almost every color on the spectrum, right? Almost every color imaginable. These animals are also very intelligent and very active. You're gonna see them. And if you're at home a lot, you probably want something you're gonna see a lot. These animals are endemic to Central and South America. Not a care guide, right? This is not a care guide, so go do your research. But they come in many different shapes and sizes and almost every color under the spectrum. These animals are absolutely amazing. For the sake of, you don't have to just stop there, right? We got dart frogs on the list. They're super popular in the hobby, but you don't have to keep dart frogs. There's tree frogs, there's toads, there's mantellas. There are many different ways you can go with this. You don't have to go with what's popular. Keep what you like, right? If you like frogs, or tree frogs rather, and you want to get very expressive with your enclosure building, you can do the same with dart frogs too, which is absolutely amazing, a lot of fun. But if you want to get expressive with your build, or keep things incredibly just sterile, it's up to you. But you're gonna see these animals depending on which way you go. But if you go with dart frogs, I think that's probably the best way to go. It's gonna take a little bit as far as their care, but you're gonna be home anyway. You're gonna be studying, you're gonna be there. In fact, I think the introverts are very good when it comes to the amphibian, fish, reptile hobby. They're the ones that spend more time with the animals than anybody, right? So I think dart frogs will be good, but also tree frogs, any toad, really any of the toad or frog species. They're just gonna be on display for you. Just beautiful animals, frogs and toads. Coming in next on the list, another very strong contending, turtles, right? Now, turtles, they take a lot of attention. They're messy. They need a lot of water area. They need a basking area. It takes a lot of work to keep these animals happy and healthy. But I'm not doubting you. I know you got it. Tortoises, we can't forget about them. This is turtle/tortoises. And their care is gonna be a lot different. And these animals also need a lot of area. In a lot of cases, you wanna just build them outdoor enclosures and let them kind of do their thing, because that's better. I think that's better in a lot of cases for most animals. If you can do it, outdoor enclosures is just the way to go. But yeah, turtles and tortoises, there are a lot being kept in the hobby on both sides. There are a lot of turtles being captive bred every year, right? You can hit Morph Market right now, find a bunch of baby, just beautiful turtles, regulars, albinos, you got sliders, musk turtles, fly river turtles, all types. And then over to the tortoises, you know, you got your sulcatas, you got your cherry foots. There's a lot to choose from. Take your time and choose something that's gonna be good for you. But you're gonna be home a lot, and these animals they're gonna take a lot of care and attention, especially if you're going with the turtle side. The water needs to be crystal clear and clean all the time to prevent like eye and ear infections. You don't want to have to deal with that. Then you gotta deal with other issues like vets and stuff. We're trying to stay away from that, right? But if you gotta deal with a vet, you have to. It's imperative that you do it sometimes, but we want to try to prevent that. So keep the enclosures clean. And when it comes to turtles, it takes a whole lot. But once again, I'm not doubting you. And there are a lot of very beautiful turtle species out there, even coming in albino variants. So just once again, whatever facilitates you, whatever you like, you know, don't be afraid to keep what you like. You ain't gotta go with what's popular. There's a lot being kept and a lot being captive bred out there. So turtles and tortoises. Coming in next on the list, hermit crabs. Very popular animal kept in captivity. A lot of people are doing it. This is a kind of like low maintenance animal, but they're always going to be out on display. And you can do this cool thing where you kind of like decorate shells and just leave them in the enclosures. They'll find them as they grow into them. It's kind of cool. Once again, with this list or this entry, you don't have to just go with hermit crabs. There are a lot of other crab species being kept in captivity. Some of them that are just absolutely adorable. Some of them popping with crazy colors like your vampire crabs. This hobby is ever expanding, so maybe you could usher in something new, right? There are a lot of crabs being kept in captivity. Don't be afraid to express yourself and do something different. But this is another entry that's good for the introverts. You're gonna see them a lot. They're gonna be out, and if you want, you can just get crazy with your enclosures. You don't have to build them like the paludariums that we build for reptiles. You can build like a little city inside of them. And there's so many ways you can go with this, but hermit crabs have been kept in captivity for a long time, and they're still being captive bred, so they're readily available. That's something you might be interested in. Hermit crabs. Oh, and once again, let's not just stop there. Many other types of crabs, but crabs I think are really dope and a new challenge for the captive scene. I think that'll be really cool, something to get into later. Yeah, crabs, right? Coming in next on the list, we have birds. Whether it be parakeets, lorikeets, macaws, there are so many birds being kept in captivity. I think they might be my favorite. I don't have any birds, but I think they might be my favorite. All of them are just so adorable. They have so much character, a lot of color. So you can let them just hang out in your house if you do it right. You know, it's really cool. And these animals, in some cases, will come seeking attention. So this is a little bit different than a lot of the animals on the list, because they would rather just be left alone, right? But you know, birds would kind of bond with their keeper in a lot of cases, and they will come looking for you or look forward to seeing you, and it's really cool. So, and this, like I said, this could go many different ways. You could keep them in a big cage indoors, or an outside like aviary. There's so many ways you could go with this. These animals are absolutely adorable. This is something I definitely 100% will be adding to the All Things Living business. I will be messing around with birds, and if I don't do it, I'm gonna bring on somebody who specializes in it. And I love birds, they're amazing. Another good entry for introverts, for people who are gonna be home a lot, who have a lot of time to bond with an animal who actually requires a lot of attention. And coming in at number 1 on this list of things you don't want to miss, freshwater fish. Woo! Or saltwater fish, right? And these are, you all know why we chose these. Fish seem to not really care about the presence of humans, especially after a couple seconds, right? You can go very small with these micro enclosures for the fish, or you could go huge. You can get a bunch of small fish in like 150-gallon enclosure, or you can get something big or medium size. Now a lot of my fish live with other animals, so I have them in paludarium setups where they inhabit the water areas and the reptiles inhabit the other areas. And there's so many ways you could go with fish, but fish are always gonna be there. They're always hungry. They'll notice you, so once you feed them once or twice, they're like, all right, this is the dude that gives me food whenever he's around. I need to be at the front. Freshwater fish, and if you got a lot of skill, right? If you're very skilled with enclosure and water parameters and things like this, I would say even take your shot at saltwater fish. Now this is not, I don't think I'm ready for that yet, right? I'm still getting freshwater fish down. I don't even have it down yet, but saltwater fish is a whole nother battle. And I know there are some people that specialize in that, but it takes a lot of time and you're gonna be there a lot. So why not get you something that's gonna be on full display at all points of the day? I think freshwater fish, saltwater fish, both aquariums can be set up very, very elaborately. You could co-have them with other aquatic species like turtles. There's just so many ways it could go. I think that fish definitely take the #1 spot for introverts. And there are so many other animals I could have put on this list, from big mammals like cows and horses to guinea pigs and hamsters, dogs and cats. There are so many animals that are very good for introverted people. This list could go on and on. Who knows, we may do another one. But I thought that these animals would be perfect, and I tried to give you a little bit of variety. Anyways, that was the list. I'm your boy Smith. This is All Things Living. I appreciate you being here with me. I know you could have been anywhere on the planet, but you decided to be with your boy, and that means a lot. I promise you it does. Anyways, I'm out.